Hey guys, welcome back to Buildz. So we are on the Villa Let's Build, and today we are covering part 9. So this Let's Build is going to be a very detailed one. There's a hell of a lot of work to do, so pay close attention. I want to say a huge thank you to supporting my last video. Today we're going to be focusing on comments, guys. See how many comments we can get in the comment section. Now that doesn't mean spamming it with random stuff. I want to know some more feedback on the build. So if you think something should go there, you got a good idea for the build, please do drop it down below. Let me know. I'm open to feedback, and you know, there's definitely a hell of a lot of things that we can do to this build. I've got so many little things that I'm thinking of right now. Like for example, we could have a garage built into this house. We could also have a driveway coming through here. And there's just so many things that we can do to this build. But anyway guys, this is a Let's Build, so let's get into it. And this is not going to be a block by block measurement Let's Build. And what I mean by that, guys, is I'm not going to be counting the exact measurements. Now, a lot of you guys will have different islands. Now, that is due to my co-owner not meeting payments and screwing up my server, which was where my villa was. So I had to rebuild everything all over again. And of course, I said, you know, make your own island. But I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And I know a lot of you guys will literally have watched me place block by block after block on this island. So guys, this is a fairly new design of island, much better in my opinion. I spent a lot of time with Smithers Boss making sure that we got the exact right shape for this place, and it is looking amazing. So guys, I'm going to say relatively where you're going to want to place each block, but hopefully you guys should enjoy it, and make sure you do smack that like button, because this is my second time recording this video. Unfortunately, I recorded the whole 36-minute video and my Rode podcaster did not record audio for some reason. I'm not sure, but anyway guys, if I sound a little bit less enthusiastic, that is probably why. So you're going to want to get some fences out, you're going to want to get some grass out, some azure bullets, some dead bushes, some grass, the actual jungle leaves, the actual bushes of this Minecraft world, some normal grass, some podzol, some gravel. You're going to need sand, guys, but that's only if you mess up. So get that at your ready if you're not that accurate at placing blocks. And guys, from the front left side of the build, so you should be facing the build from about this angle, right? Once you got that, we are ready. You're going to want to make a pathway about 3 in diagonal width going all the way to here to the decking area on the right side of the decking area. This is very important, so it's matching up to this exit, and there's also going to be a left exit so you can walk around, you know, all around the build to your indoor outdoor conservatory, to the very back of the house, or wherever you plan to walk. I'm not sure guys, that's up to you. And there's also going to be a front entrance here. So you got your 1, your 2 and your 3 exits, just like so. So first of all, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting out ourselves some fences, and in a similar fashion, like I said, not a block by block tutorial. You not want to stay with me today? You're going to want to place the fences like so. So I'm just going to give you a quick flyby and show you roughly whereabouts you're going to want to place your fences. So on this side, just kind of a diagonal line with a bit of a bend coming to the end of the build, which should join up to this greenery area, which we will add in a minute. I'm going to tell you guys how to build that. On the other side, keep that 4 in gap distance or 3 in gap, whatever you choose. Keep it relatively diagonal with a few jolts off in different directions, gives it more of an interesting look. Then in the middle of this pathway, roughly kind of a little bit more over to the right side of the build, we're going to leave a kind of entrance, but 2 fences in here just to represent that it is still kind of like a blocked off area. Now this is simply a little bit for privacy. You say private, we're on our own island, but say if you have guests, kind of resembles a fence, also just a nice little feature that we can add. So 2 here, then you're going to want to join it up to the decking area. You're going to have some fences around here near the decking area, and then on this side, you know, you just join up like that. Now getting into all these materials I have in my hand. So guys, what we are doing throughout this build is we are adding mixed materials, mixed foliage areas, which greenery areas where you have your plants, bits and bobs like that, and this just livens up the whole place. Just check it out. Gives it a much nicer look, because I did say before a sand build with a sand flooring, you kind of get this big cream splodge in your face, especially with Zeus shaders. You got to make sure you mix up some textures, get them different colors in, and get it looking smexy, as keralis would say. So in this diagonal line, we are having some gravel. Just, you know, place some random blocks around here. Not too many, don't overdo it, because we got a lot of materials to place in here, and you're gonna still want to keep some space, as you can see, for some sand. You're then going to want to get your grass blocks out and just scatter a few of these around more as we get to the exit parts of the build like shown. Then, what is a pathway without bushes? So we're going to put a few of these down as well. And on top of the grass areas, you're going to want to add some mixed plants. Plants are your choice if you really want, but I recommend these ones. As your bullet, cannot go wrong with these guys. These look absolutely amazing. Probably one of my favorite plants in Minecraft. You're going to want to get probably one or two blue orchids. Don't overdo it, guys, with these. Place quite a few grass. You know, you can't really go wrong with grass. It's a simple material. And then you've got that. You're then going to want to scatter around a small amount of stone. Just a small amount, guys. Like I said, don't overdo it. Just around the gravelly areas, just to, you know, give it a little bit more variant of textures. Get some podzol out, and you're going to want to put this around the tree. Now we're putting this around the tree area because it represents dead leaves, and the closer to the tree, you know, the more kind of realistic effect. So put more around the base of the tree and less as it spreads out. Kind of gives it a very realistic effect. You know, you've got to kind of role play this. So guys, now we have covered our small but cool detailed pathway. Oh, the final thing is, guys, I almost forgot. Add a couple dead bushes just around, just to give it that kind of desert island effect. Now we can move on to this. So you're going to want to get some oak wood out. This is going to be the base, the kind of surrounding area of our little greenery foliage area we have over here. What has happened to you? I'm not a mass murderer. Our apples have turned into Steve's. Okay, I'm not sure why that happened, but you know, we're going to have to deal with it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a shape. This is going to be a sectioned off area where you are going to have your bushes, your big palm tree, and some flowers. So how can I explain this? I'm not going to give you the exact shape, guys. I don't think it's necessary because you're going to want to create a similar looking shape to this. Let me fly up, give you guys an idea of the size of this. So these are pretty big areas, and we have a couple of them, and I plan to expand. So you're going to want to have a few of these. They're going to want to be narrow but long, stretching across from the start of this conservatory area right to the front of the very build on the left frontal side. And they're going to want to also be near the left side and the front side of the water. So it almost looks like it's bordering in with that water. You're going to want to add a grass block middle section, which is going to allow you to put down all them nice things like ferns and as your bullets, and also some nice tulips and bushes. And let's get started with our material choice. So as your bullet, a small plant, so you're going to want to place it around the outside so it is visible. Place it in areas of need of detail and lighting, because you may notice you add too much of one color block, it starts to look bland. Add it in areas which you think needs that kind of, you know, kind of jazz up. You're going to want to add some bushes, lots of bushes through the center of this little area. Just kind of build it up. Like, for example, guys, if I give you a demonstration, because I know this is a lot of information to take in and some of you guys may be struggling. It's kind of like that, for example. Just go throughout the build, just placing bushes through the middle in that kind of pattern. Similar to that, guys. You'll get the hang of it once you start going. Put some ferns around it to vary out the materials. Do not overdo it. These guys, rose bushes can be killers to your exterior. You put loads of these around and it's going to transform a nice looking area to a crap looking area pretty quickly. Tall grass, just scatter a few of these around the whole entire thing. Then put in a few different color tulips. Now I like to stick to white tulips. I've seen this a lot on my build review series. Please do go check that out, guys. You'll be able to, I upload a lot of them videos a couple a week to show you guys some of the most awesome modern traditional all kinds of style houses on at the moment the World Keralis creative server. So if you guys want to check that out and get some cool building ideas, you can, and this is linking to why I use tulips, of course. So I use white tulips mainly. I see them on a lot of modern builds, and they really did get me in the mood for using them. And occasionally just add a different color tulip. So here we have pink. You could add red, orange, whatever you want, guys. Just try and spice it up, give it a bit more color. Then you're going to want to add some grass. Grass is grass, doesn't matter too much. Just add it around the outside and in places which are in need of filling. Then we're going to add a few of these, a few lilacs, not too many, mainly around the base of the actual tree. And then you should be good. Then just put a tree stump here. Now guys, I'm going to get a lot of questions about why didn't you show us how to build the tree? You know, how are we supposed to build this? Smither's boss told me he is doing a tutorial on these trees because these trees are very, very complicated. They are built by the Mr. Fruit Tree. Now, you maybe have to find these for download somewhere. The place where I learned how to build these was one of Keralis's inspiration series videos where he reviewed, I think it was 2-3 months ago, a beautiful sleek house by Flexample, and it looked amazing. And these are some of the most coolest trees I've ever seen. You know, the Mr. Fruit Tree is truly the king. The king of modern trees. Absolutely gorgeous looking. So, once we've covered all of that, like I said, Smithers will make a tutorial on it. If he doesn't, I will for you guys because I know I'm going to be getting a hell of a lot of requests for them. On this side here, we have a kind of, how do I put this? It's not like a pier, but it's kind of like a floating wooden patch of land, which will follow the shape of the build. So kind of follow the shape of the island, but just dip it in right here. So basically, delete a chunk of land from the right, from the left, even left side of your build, and then just fill it in with some normal oak slabs. I think these are oak, right? What we got here? Oak wood slabs. And occasionally on some areas you're going to want to show it so it's joining onto the land, because we don't want this place to float away, right? You know, I'm just role playing it here. And you're just going to want to build it like this. So at the most part you're probably going to want to come in by 5 blocks, but just try and build something looking like this. So I'm going to pause the video here, guys, to give you guys an idea of measurement. Now around the whole build, just like we have on our greenery area, you're going to want to get yourself out some oak wood, and on top of that you're going to put some, in this case, wooden pressure plates, just shown. And then on the outside, to represent kind of railings so you can hold on and you don't fall into the sea, we have a few scattered around fences, some single posts which represent boat moors. So if you have like a little dinghy or something, you don't want it going all the way out to sea there, then you can just tie up to one of them. Once again, just role playing it. And in the middle here, centered with the indoor-outdoor conservatory with some iron bars I placed down with a rail in the middle, which is where you can either spring into the sea or maybe just, you know, slide in. I just added, for a little bit more detail, a little sun lounger here. Just things like that matter, you know. In fact, thank you to Blues, I think it was Blues or Merwin, I'm not too sure, but he showed me that these contrast of little sun lounges just look so good, of just the darker grey and the normal carpet there. You know, it just adds a little bit more detail. It's just them little things that make it nicer. Underneath here, this is not possible, but I thought I might show you guys it anyway. We have sloped the actual land off into stone, and then joining on to eventually when we hit the seabed. And then we've just added some plants. This can be doable for you world edit users using stop lag or //fast. And you can have some underwater seaweed. Pretty amazing, right? I mean, that's an amazing idea thought up by Smithers boss. He was helping me reconstruct this build after this server went down. Thank you to my very, very bad co-owner who is no longer with me on the Buildz server. So guys, around the pathway, which I did explain, you might want to spice it up a bit, made it like I have, mixed the material choice a tiny bit and add a few more plants. So one plant that looks amazing around here is the white tulips. They just look absolutely incredible. I'm getting around here, I promise guys, I promise you I'm not a mass murderer. Something has just happened with our player heads. These are supposed to represent apples over there, and I think we have some more apples throughout the build. So before you take me for being a mass murderer, do not worry, they are supposed to represent apples. So I have explained this little area right here, and if you guys do want to change your area from what it previously was to what we have now, go ahead, but if you don't, skip the video forward about a minute or two. Right over here we have some oak wood, just separating a small section of grass. Some pressure plates again to help section off, kind of makes a more dramatic imprint in front of you. Now this area is just filled with bushes, with some Adura bullets and some tall grass, normal grass, and a couple of rose bushes. Now this just helps separate the land from that from the building. You know, sand and sand can kind of look a little bit too much in your face, so to separate that, it really does help. And we have a simple tree here which I'll just go through to explain to you guys. 4 in height. Then we'll just get out some jungle leaves, so you're going to want to place one here, one here. Get out some oak leaves now, different leaves guys, and place it just like shown. And then of course, you know, once you put some others around, it just looks so much better. And then just put one on top like so. So you got your little tree like that. That's how you make them guys. You make a small little fence in the middle, scatter some bushes around the outside, and there you go, you've got a nice little tree. Now this section is very much like this section, and I like these palm tree areas which are separated with things like water or greenery areas, and I know you guys really do like this part of the build. I've had so much cool feedback on Twitter. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at BuildzHD. That's Builds with an S, not a Z, guys. That name was unfortunately and strangely taken. But you guys said you love the boats, you know, you love this little area as well, so thank you for the amazing feedback. Be sure to tell me in the comment section what you think of this little landscaped area right here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to kind of want to match this area right here with the actual exterior. So you will notice that the build comes around like this. Just look at my cursor guys. So what we have done with the little water area is we have sloped it in shape of the build. You may notice that the outside of the island slopes around like this, and that the actual area in here slopes like this. We've matched the outside, and this helps blend it in a lot better. So if we made it a square, you'd be going, what the hell is that? And that really does help, you know, separate it from that kind of image. Now around the outside, like I said, helping to blend it in, we've added some small grass areas to make it look a little bit more green, you know, not so in your face with that strong bright cream color. Once the sun reflects off it on shaders mod, you're like, ah, I'm blinded. That is one of the reasons for not using Zeus on this tutorial. Inside we have a nice landscaped little pond, and this actually goes down, so make the center of the pond the deepest area. Slowly slope it out, going 1 block up at a time, different angles, till you reach the outside. This will help make a nicely proportional pond, and it will show the depth. Now around the outside where we have our greenery areas, you're going to want to add some white tulips and some sugarcane, some grass, some bushes, some ferns, and a couple maybe of apple player heads. I think the name for these heads is capitals MHF underscore apple, maybe with a capital A for apple. Not too sure guys, but I think that is that. And then of course around this area we have a little bit more greenery, so add some more plants of course as your bullets, some blue orchids, some white tulips, maybe a poppy or two, and some tall grass. A little fence here represents a small tree that has been chopped off to make the place look nicer. Really role playing it guys. And we have a middle section of this little area here which just slopes out. We have the tree placed at the end of it, which just comes up like so. And like I said guys, Smith's Boss is getting around to doing that hopefully for you guys. And a birch wood slab just around here to form a nice little sun lounger, and we have a little seat here. So guys, that is that. Hopefully you guys have got a big chunk of detail there constructed correctly. If you have any problems or you need any help, I will either show it in my next video to help you guys out, because I know a lot of this stuff is hard to explain, and hopefully you guys can manage that. Also be sure to help people out in the comment section below if they do need help and you guys could help them. That would be more than appreciated. Now getting out some stone bricks over this area, you're going to want to place a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 wide, say, of stone bricks. Now you're going to want to have this in a circular kind of shape. And around on the bottom, you're going to want to mix some materials once again to help blend it into that flooring. Add some gravel, add some sand in the middle so it kind of looks like it's a little bit worn away in a natural way. And then of course, having some open top grass blocks will allow you to place things down like as your bullet, like some small ferns, like some white tulips. You get the kind of idea we're going for here. Then you're going to want to scatter around some jungle leaves to help, you know, with that greenery effect, and add one of these plants. They just look amazing. Then from here onwards, we're going to randomly scatter some pressure plates. And the idea with this is, I don't know if you guys have been to really hot beaches before, right? But you'd imagine a house like this, it's not going to be in somewhere like England. It's going to be somewhere very, very warm. So say you're sitting under this thing, you're sitting underneath the swing, words please, and you're getting rather hot. Say you want to take a little dip in the pool over there, and you know how hot sand gets when it's like this, so you can hop from pressure plate to pressure plate into the pool. You know, role playing small little things like that, I always think is a cool idea. So starting from here, you're going to want to get your nether brick fences out, and guys, make sure you're building in a reasonable resource pack where things like this look good. If you want to download mine, head over to the description of this video and you will be able to do so. So this comes up by 2, is in 4 in width, then it comes up another 2, but this one only comes up 1, and then you're going to want to repeat this design on the other side. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide, by the way, guys. At the very top here, what you're going to want to do is get some oak wood slabs out, and this is 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have some purple, keep a note guys, purple carpet. My purple carpet is not actually purple. I mean, in building, when do people actually use purple carpet? Personally, not me. From what I've seen from most builders, not many people tend to use purple carpet. It's a very weird color that you have to be a very, very good, well, you have to either have an amazing idea or have to be a very, very good builder to execute a design like that, and it generally does always look pretty strange. So I changed it to a nice cream color because cream carpets are very common in houses, and I'll be able to use this block far more. So dropping down here, if we come one block in, you can place a wooden slab 3 across, and then at the back you're going to want to place a full block of oak, just like shown. Actually no, sorry, it'd be 2 slabs on top of each other like shown to form a seat. Unfortunately this doesn't join on to the railings, but you know, you gotta roleplay some things in Minecraft, not everything happens. Next you're gonna want to get a cobblestone wall, some nether brick fences, and you're going to want to create a wall divider. Now this was shown to me by an amazing builder on the world, keralis called Merwin, who places these 2 different wall materials to make a wall divider, and I thought it looked so effective I had to use it in my own build. So it just goes like that and follows a simple pattern. Now over here, 2 in and 3 in from the other side, you're going to want to place a sofa. Also notice 1 away from here, and this is just some grey stained clay. 3 back, and in between you're going to want to place some snow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide. This side, to start off with, these 4 blocks are 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in height. Then this layer here is 5, and this comes all the way across here, and then at the very back we have 6 in height of snow. Then note that the carpet at the very back is floating. This is only doable if you have World Edit or a command on your server called stop lag. Now if you players that can't access something like this, what I would recommend is putting a full block at the back and just running some carpet over the top. Yes, it won't look as sleek guys, but that is what World Edit is for, giving you them nice little attention to detail touches. At the front here we now have just a simple 3 in height snow layer, little footrester, and a flower pot just to resemble a drinking mug. A small little detail added here which looks quite smart. Just some trapdoors, a little pull-out tray so you can store your cocktails or whatever while you're sitting in the hot tub viewing over that absolutely beautiful pool. Now in here, since we're having a gym and I felt we needed a little bit more space and a little bit more detail on this wall, I just prompted it out by 1 and I put in some glass here. Now the glass has been extended down all the way to the bottom, and this is 4 in height now. Width has not changed. The second block around is made of sandstone in height. So note this is sandstone and then this is smooth sandstone, with the exception in the middle here, 5 in width. Actually no, it's not, sorry, it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in width. Just along the top here, just to vary our materials, and then just 2 buttons on each side from the 3rd to 4th block in height. Okay guys, so the final thing to point out for this is in the center of the room, the center from the width and the center from the length, you're going to want to place a beacon on the top with some black stained glass paint. Once again, I found this on my build review series in so many cool new modern houses on the world of Keralis. They are all going ahead and using this new kind of modern design of lighting, and I gotta say I love it. In the previous video I explained this whole pool design guys, so if you need to check back on that, just go ahead and it will tell you everything. One thing I did not cover was this tiny little umbrella out the front where you can sit down on these beautiful little sun lounges viewing over the back of your property and just chilling out by the sea. Now you're going to want to place a fence which is going to be 3 in height. For you people without wild edit or stop lag, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place some string all the way around and just simply make a 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a 5 by 5 square of say just normal carpet, maybe with a 2 stripe from here to here of grey carpet, just to add a little bit more detail, make it look quite modern. Just put some string underneath and it should support that carpet. For you people with wild edit, this is a 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 weirdly kind of shaped square. So on this side, what you're going to want to do is on every outside you're going to want to have 3, with the exception of each corner not being there. Come in by 1 on each corner here, still 1 in height, then you move the snow up 1 layer on all 4 sides, so 1 block here, 1 block here, 1 block here, 1 block here. These are all 2 in height, with the exception of the middle block here now being 3 in height. So it kind of raises up in the middle like a normal umbrella. Very, very creative idea. Well done to whoever figured out how to do that. I'm really not sure for the builder's name, guys. Now, if we delete you random floating fence, what we have here is a small greenery area by the side of the pool. Now this is a small grass section. It's kind of in a C shape, and this just comes around the outside of the pool design right here. You're going to want to border this off with some oak wood facing upwards and some pressure plates. Sectioning off the area. Now inside here you're going to want to put down some player heads if you can. These are the MHF Apple player heads. Some azure bullets, 1 or 2 rose bushes, some tulips and some grass and bushes. Also guys, you can throw in a different color tulip, say maybe like a orange one or something, and you can just put a few daisies in if you want to. Now you're going to have 3 custom made trees, and the middle one is going to be the tallest, which I will explain in the middle, and the 2 over here are just going to be like the one that I explained back over there. So very simple, just a 3 in height fence with some bushes scattered around, 2 different types of bushes to give it a bit more variation, just the oak leaves and the jungle leaves. So the middle one here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in height of fences, with the middle 2 blocks actually taken out of fence and replaced with bushes. And this is because they kind of make a T section here. I call it a T section because it comes up here, the fences are non-existent here, and then you have the 2 right here. So it kind of looks like the branches are coming down supporting 2 extra bushes, which kind of makes it look like a bigger tree, you know, with, you know, bigger twigs, if you will. Now the fireplace design that I previously designed would be absolutely fine. This is just a newer updated design that I added. It really doesn't matter guys, you're just going to get some nether brick around the middle and some wood around the sides with some grey light carpet on top to hide the ugly tops of these wood. Now do keep in mind this will not work if you are in vanilla. Now this is due to, of course, as we all know, fire spreading in vanilla. But if you hop onto a server, or say maybe you just delete these middle blocks and put some beacons in there to emit some light, because this is truly what this is for, that will also work. Now around the outside here, I've added these beautiful low profile seats designed by Merwin. These are 4 in height on both sides, 5 in height in the back, and then 2 in height at the front. You're going to replace 2 of them. Then over here we have some sun lounges. The front section is 2 in height, then the back section is 3 in height. And you may notice I've added some end stone just randomly scattered around here, just to kind of give it a more textury look, and some dead bushes as well, kind of get away from that bland sand look. Around here I've gone again with the materials. Just do this around this area, guys. Gravel, stone, and just places it around, just scatter it around the area, guys, neatly, of course, and this will help just get rid of that really sandy plain look. Now I've also added some custom rocks just on the outside of the middle of the right side of the island. I've added 3, you could add like 3 or 4 rocks and just make some custom little rock designs here like I have done. Very, very simple to make, and they just help blend in the house with the island. And add a few dead bushes around, it never hurts. Now right here we have another design from Merwin. This is the volleyball court net, one of my favourite features of his house. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Can't fault this guy. And this is just some red sand, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 by 19 long of red sand. Then coming in 1 block on all the sides, you're going to want to place some redstone to represent the lines of the volleyball net. How cool is that, guys? And just a line straight through the middle. Now 1 block in from each side, you're going to want to get some fences, bring them 5 in height, and put some white stained glass paint through the middle to represent that net. And that is that, guys. That is the volleyball net. Now coming to the other side, now I'm going to give you guys the design for this if you are in vanilla. If you are not in Wild Edit, we are just having this floating, guys. So you're going to want to get some nether brick. Fences, you're going to want to place 1 here, leave a gap, 1 here, go diagonal 1, and then leave 1 here, space 1, diagonal, diagonal, space 1, diagonal, 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 space 1, diagonal, and then we join up to the other block like shown. So you should be left with something like this. Now guys, what I would say to do is to put some string underneath the carpet. It will work exactly the same as us World Edit uses, except for you can have it, you know, floating. And this is just 3 by 1 by 3 all the way outside of the trampoline, with the middle section just filled with black carpet and a white stained glass paint in the middle there. Now if you do want to have this cool little ladder design, just put a block of blue wall behind it and it will support the ladder. But of course, the privileges of using World Edit is that you can have a floating ladder there for further effect. So guys, that is this day's Let's Build over. Thank you so much for tuning along with me. If you did enjoy the video, please do smack that like button. Let's see if we can hit 50 likes on this video. We hit 40 on the last video. Thank you so much for hitting that like goal that I set there. And please do leave me some comments in the comment section below. Some feedback on the build. What did you think? Can you think of any new features I can add? And yeah, tell me what you think. Do you like the build? What can we add there? And that would be awesome. Thank you for watching, guys. It's been Buildz, and I'll catch you tomorrow for a build review. Thank you for being awesome. I'll see you there.